Okay guys, let's see if this is gonna work on my phone. Guys, tell me if you can see me. Let's see if it's working. Oh, it says I have 1 viewer so far, 2 people. Okay, so maybe it's gonna work this time. I've tried Zoom streaming it to the group twice now and it won't work. And then I tried it from straight up going live on my computer, didn't work, but now I'm on my phone. So I think you guys can see me. Hey Shireen, hey Tiffany. So, okay, I'm here, I'm live. So we do these lives every Tuesday. Normally, they're always at 8 p.m. Central Time, but starting next week, we are changing the time. So they are going to be at 11 a.m. Central Time every Tuesday moving forward. So make sure you guys update your calendar. We're going to have events in the events section of the Facebook group. We're going to send out a text reminder to you as well. So moving forward, next Tuesday, 11 a.m. Central Time, that's going to be the new time going forward from here. So I will be here every week though, every Tuesday, to coach you guys and give you some tips and tricks and how to get started with your bookkeeping business, or, you know, make a step to the next level, anything that you're experiencing, questions that you have. If you've already gotten started, I'm here for you. If you are brand new to the group and you've never even heard of this before, I can definitely help you with that as well. I love answering all kinds of questions, and nothing is off the table, so you can ask me anything and I will be glad to answer it in the most honest fashion possible, and give you all the information that you need so that you can start learning how to live your ideal life, and you can use a bookkeeping business as a tool to get there. So this group is all about learning to have your cake and eat it too. Which basically just means you get to be the kind of mom or dad or grandparent that you want to be, but you also can bring in money and support your family financially. So that's the whole thing. For me, in my entire life, ever since I had kids, I had my first kid young, I was 21, and ever since then, it's always felt like a choice. You either get to stay home and be with your kids and be involved in the fashion that you want to be, or you can have a career. So for me, that meant if I chose to put my mom duties first and be a stay-at-home mom, be a homeschooling mom, whatever, you know, I wanted to do, I was sacrificing our financial welfare to do so, which was very stressful, and, you know, having to live off of very, very little, penny pinch, live paycheck to paycheck. I pretty much remember when my first 2 kids were little, having like 2 cents in my bank to get us through till the next payday. And that was normal. But if you go back to work, then you have all that extra guilt and stress that comes along with having to punch a clock, sit at an office, commute, make your boss happy, ask to go to the bathroom, for time off, and maybe not even get a yes. Feel like a jerk every time that your kids are sick or you want to go on a field trip, or, you know, just having that mom guilt that you typically have if you want to put your kids on the bus and you can't do it because you have to be at work early. Or, you know, for me, I was able to leave work at 3:30 and go pick my kids up at school but they would have to come back to the office and sit there for 2 hours while I finished working. And half the time, I wasn't really even doing anything that important that I could have just done at home after they went to bed. So it's really nice to be able to have the option to have your cake and eat it too. And so we are here to help people understand what's possible for them and understand what kind of life that they can live if they choose to do something like this. So a lot of you in the group are maybe moms that have no prior bookkeeping or accounting education and no prior bookkeeping or accounting experience. And that is totally okay, because we actually have designed the program specifically for you. So we take into account everyone that joins our group has zero knowledge of bookkeeping or accounting. And we teach you everything from the beginning. We also assume that you have zero knowledge of owning or operating a business. And we help you with all of those aspects as well. So you're going to be learning a lot when you join our academy. And at first it seems overwhelming, but it is such a blessing. And it is so exciting when you start to get a few clients and realize how easy it is to really help these businesses and how much they're willing to really pay for it. So you can actually replace your 9-to-5 income really quickly. For me, I replaced that within a handful of months, and my business grew so fast that I was even able to retire my husband Christmas Eve of 2015, when I had just had my bookkeeping business for about 7 months, and I went ahead and had my husband quit his job. We had enough money coming in from clients that I could pay all of our normal monthly expenses. And then knowing the trajectory that my business was already going on, that I knew that we were going to be fine. So having him go ahead and quit and be able to be home and see our daughter's first steps and be able to feed her and introduce foods and just be there the whole time she was growing up has been an experience that he's so grateful for. Whereas, most working parents and most dads, they miss out on all that stuff. He was working 12 hours a day or gone 12 hours a day because he had to commute to downtown Kansas City. And during rush hour traffic and having to clock over 9 hours a day, once you factor in a lunch break and having to get there a little bit early to beat traffic and that kind of stuff, he was usually leaving the house between 6 and 6:30 every morning, and he was lucky if he got home by 6 o'clock every night. So when you have a little baby, they're going to bed at 7 or 8 o'clock, and he just really felt like he wasn't hardly getting any time with her. So it was really great for me to be able to have the flexibility to take care of all of my kids, go on field trips, be like the room parent if I wanted to, and be home when my third daughter was born and I didn't want to put her in daycare. But it was also amazing for my husband to be able to experience all that as well. So the program is really awesome. If you're nervous about the fact that you've never had a business, you don't know how to do sales or marketing, and you don't know how to do bookkeeping, that's okay, because you will learn it really fast. So here's what happens usually when someone joins our academy. They first get in there and they see all of these people and they see all of these coursework and they see all of these Zoom calls. And at first you get a little overwhelmed, but we have a step-by-step guide in the group to show exactly what you need to be working on, so you always know exactly what to do. And then people hop on the Zoom calls and they hear some of the students asking questions, and then they're like, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this. This is nerve-wracking. And then we have to remind them that all of those people that are asking these questions that they don't understand, they were exactly in your shoes 3 months ago, sometimes even 1 month ago. It is crazy how quick you pick up on all of this stuff and learn it, especially when you have so much support and you have 20 people at any given time hopping on and helping you answer your questions. So it's really exciting stuff, guys. I want to know what questions that you have. If you're new to the group, say hi, tell us how you got here, how you heard about the group, and what your thoughts are on starting a bookkeeping business. And then also I want to hear what questions you have, because I love to make these lives super interactive and answer questions for the people specifically on the live tonight. So it looks like our entire dream team coaches are on the live tonight. Thank you guys all for showing up. So if you have a question for any of our coaches that you might be talking to on a discovery call, you can ask them questions as well. So hey, Amanda. Amanda's in the academy, doing great. Hey, Nagin. Let's see, who do we got? Hi, Karen. Hi, Carla. Carla's in the academy. Joe's watching. Hey, Mandy. We've got lots of people on here tonight. Hi, Valerie. Thank you so much, Tiffany Ware, for tagging some people. And Amanda says, I am so done making other people rich. It's my turn. That's right. So I used to sit and watch my boss at work take vacation after vacation after vacation, and long vacations. Hopefully my internet didn't lose. It says connection was poor. But he would go for 3-week-long vacations across Europe, and he would take a train down to Sedona from Kansas City all the time. And it was, I was so jealous of being able to do that, and I couldn't even go to my son's field trip without feeling like a jerk. So, it was really eye-opening. And, working in a CPA firm, I started to see what they were invoicing some of their clients. And I was taking into consideration, what I was making, subtract out what I was paying my nanny because I didn't feel comfortable putting my daughter in daycare. So that left a very small amount of money that we could even put towards bills. And so based on what I saw my boss billing his clients, I knew I would only need about 3 clients to make up the difference there. And so I was like, I can do that. I can do 3 clients. And so I just jumped in and started my business, and I quit my job. And for some people, that's the best thing you can do, is to just jump right into this and have no excuses, because then you have a lot of time you can put towards it, and B, a lot of motivation because you got to make it work. Which is, what worked really great for me. Not everyone can or wants to do that. You can always grow this on the side in your spare time, which is what Casey and most of the other student mentors and a lot of the students do, as they grow it in their spare time, evenings, weekends, outside of work, until they get to the point where they're pretty comfortable with their reoccurring income, and then they quit their jobs. So, but I just went ahead and quit mine, and I just jumped right in because I kind of knew I was going to figure it out somehow. And to my surprise, bookkeeping is a huge, it's in a really high demand. Like, everybody needs bookkeeping. If you're a business owner, you have to do bookkeeping, whether you hire someone else to do it or you do it yourself. So it's something that you absolutely have to have as a business owner. And there's like 22 million businesses in operation at any given point in the US alone. So there's plenty of businesses to go around. Plenty of people need bookkeepers. There's never enough bookkeepers. So it's really exciting. And I was able to find those clients pretty fast. Fast forward a couple of years, I ended up getting to the point where I was making $200,000 a year, and I was working like less than 40 hours a week on my bookkeeping clients' work. And I didn't have any employees or anything. My husband and I would take turns. So like between us, we only worked about 1 full-time job on the business, making $200,000 a year. So it's really, really exciting stuff, very, very flexible, but also we only had about 30 to 35 clients. So as you can see, it doesn't take that many clients, and so there's plenty to go around for everybody. So pretty easily you can find those clients over time and build up your clientele and build up your bookkeeping business. So one of the things we teach in the academy that makes this so lucrative for people is that you are going to invoice them. You're going to set them up as a monthly auto draft. So we show you how to quote, and we show you how to do engagement letters and onboard clients and everything. But one of the processes is, once you quote and you determine a price, they agree to that price that automatically comes out of their account every single month on the first of the month. So it's steady, reoccurring income that you can count on month after month after month. And every time you get a new client, it just increases your overall reoccurring income. And most of the time, unless something happens with your client's business, most of the time they don't leave. So my client, almost all of my clients I had from the beginning and all throughout my entire business. I only had a handful of clients, maybe 2 or 3, that were reoccurring bookkeeping clients, reoccurring monthly clients that ended up leaving. Sometimes they weren't good fits. I had a couple of clients that weren't good fits for me. Like, I just didn't enjoy working with them. Our personalities didn't mesh. And I had a couple of clients, they went out of business, or they decided their partnership kind of fizzled out or something like that. But pretty much everyone else stayed with me throughout the entire time. So it's really exciting because you can just build on it and build on it. And if you are new too, you can always click on, you have to probably go to a computer and log into the Facebook group from a computer and click on media, click on videos, and you can go back and watch some of the student testimonials that we've done over the last few months. They're incredible. Last week, Kaylee's testimonial was super exciting, totally life-changing. She is actually now making more than her husband is, and she's working about 15 to 20 hours a week on her business. And because she's hired some subcontractors to work under her now, her hourly rate is around $300 an hour. So it's really awesome. And we're going to continue maximizing that and keep taking it to the next level. So when she has her second baby in August, she's going to hardly have to work at all, which is amazing, and have tons of money coming in. So it's really cool. That probably brought up so many questions. So if you guys have any, let me know. Hi, Haley. Let me know if you have any questions, Haley. Chelsea says, this is such a blessing. It's been so great for your family. I love it so much. Okay, Haley says, I have zero knowledge. That is absolutely perfect. We expect that you have zero knowledge coming into this, and we will help you every step of the way. So some people wonder how that works. And the cool thing is, most of the time with bookkeeping clients, the work is very repetitive. So once you get it down, 1 or 2 clients, the process is nearly the same with every client. Each different industry and each different business has a little bit of nuances, which is why we give you a full 12 months in the support group, just to answer any kind of weird, random one-off questions that you might get for your clients. But most of them are the same. So after you have your first one, and we give you unlimited one-on-one Zoom calls with our team, so we can walk you through every single step of that first client, every step, until you're comfortable, until you're done with the client. You'll get unlimited one-on-one calls. But after that, there's still a ton of support available to you for all of your future clients, but you'll know how to do them. And so once you get 2, 3 clients, you will feel like a bookkeeping pro. So it happens really fast. It's very repetitive, same stuff over and over again. It's not like rocket science. So it's stuff that you guys could easily learn. And then we're there for any weird question that might pop up. Mandy said the community support is the best. Yes, we try to be. We try to exceed all expectations. Thank you so much. There are so many people that you have tagged, Tiffany. I appreciate that. You guys are all on the calendar this week to have a discovery call, and that's super exciting. We love talking to you guys. We love helping give you clarity around whether or not this program is a good fit for you and what it will look like for you and your family as well. Haley says, is the DIY course sufficient? So let me tell you a little bit about the DIY course. If you have a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of experience and you are a confident person, the DIY course might work for you. But you may decide later that you do want support. So if you don't have experience or you're not feeling extremely confident, then we need to talk about upgrading you, because I have seen a lot of people buy the DIY course and do nothing with it, nothing. So my intention when I started this program was to create a DIY course, and this was going to be passive income for me. That was my original plan. But when I started to see that really everybody's mindset was actually kind of getting in their own way, and they had to overcome some mental roadblocks before they would allow themselves to have success like this. I really started pushing the support, because I don't want to take people's money if they're not going to see results. So I really want everybody that invests in anything in our academy to have a full transformation and have results. That is our goal. We are not here to take money. We are here to change lives. So that's my kind of spiel about the DIY course. Now, some people have purchased the course and have gone on to create successful bookkeeping businesses. Some of them have had experience. There's probably been a couple that haven't, and they've kept their businesses really, really small, like 1 or 2 clients that they feel comfortable with. But depends on your goals, Haley, too, what your goals are with your business. If you're trying to quit your 9 to 5, if this is just a small part-time side hustle for a vacation fund, what type of client you kind of come across. Some of them are easier than others. So, but Haley, if you haven't gotten a call on the schedule already, definitely call us and we can chat with you about what that looks like and what would be best for you in your particular situation. But if you have any more questions on that for me now, I'm happy to answer them too. So let me know. Tawana says, what is bookkeeping? Great question. So bookkeeping is actually just recording and classifying all of the transactions that come through a business's bank and credit card accounts. So if you have a business and you have your own business checking account and you have a business credit card and you go out there and you collect money from your clients and you spend money on business expenses to operate and run your business, all of that data, all of those transactions need to be categorized and put into a software. We use QuickBooks Online, and creating financial statements so that each person can have an overview of what their company looks like, how much money they brought in, how much expenses go out, and that way they can use those reports to prepare their tax returns, to get loans, and to even plan for the future, plan for taxes or plan for growth. To decide if their business is operating the way that they want and stuff like that. So that's what bookkeeping is. So 80% of it is about data entry skills. You need to learn how to take information that's coming in from the bank, plug it into QuickBooks Online. The other 20% is learning how and why you're coding things to certain categories and how to double check and make sure that the financial statements are prepared appropriately. So that's what we teach, all of that in the academy, and we walk you through everything. Businesses pay a premium for this service because it is very valuable, and if they try to do it on their own, it takes them 5 to 10 times longer than it takes bookkeepers that do this every day. So this is why it's so lucrative to have a bookkeeping business and why people will pay so much money to have us. Typically, we charge anywhere from $300 to $500 a month for super small clients to do basic bookkeeping and monthly financial statements, and it usually takes us anywhere from 3 to 5 hours a month to do it. So you will make about $100 an hour with your bookkeeping business when you price according to what we teach in the academy. So I don't know if you guys can hear my kids, but someone snuck in here and the door's open, so now they're all singing out there. Hey, Lee, how's it going? I know you had a discovery call this week, right? Tell me how that went. Hey, Wanda, good to see you. Okay, Tatiana says, hi, I'm completely new on this. I really want to do this. Awesome. Okay, Tatiana, tell me what your questions are so I can answer them for you. And then Tiffany, if you are available to do this, if you can put our calendar link in this on this live, that would be so awesome because I had it on my phone, or I had it on the computer, but now I can't get it on my phone. So if you guys, Tatiana, if you want to book a call with us, we'd love to go over everything in detail and how it would work out for your situation. So we'll get that link in here for you as well. But please ask me any questions that you have. Right now, I'm happy to answer. Amanda says, yes, I'm so glad I quit my job now. I can focus full-time on my business. Yes, I know. I'm so excited that this is happening for you, Amanda. I really have a feeling it's going to take off like crazy. Tatiana says, how do I get customers? So you get customers through a method called marketing, and that's just a fancy word for talking to people. We have a whole lot of different techniques, marketing techniques that we teach you in the academy. But at the end of the day, the more people you talk to, build relationships with, and let them know that you actually offer bookkeeping services to businesses, the more chances you're going to get more clients. So basically getting your name out there, spreading the word, talking about your business, offering help to people that have businesses that may need bookkeeping services, that's how you get clients. And almost all of it can be done online. So Chelsea, she's watching. She grew her business while she had a home daycare at home, and she was watching kids for 12 hours a day on top of having her own kids, outside of those hours. And she's grown her business, exceeded all of the goals she set for herself, and was able to quit her home daycare months earlier than she was hoping to. And she did all of that online. So it's really awesome that you can do this. You can network and online and get clients online and virtually and do all the work virtually. I pretty much never saw any of my clients in person except for when I would go to networking meetings because I met some of them there. And I had a couple of clients that were just real old school, and instead of scanning or emailing me stuff, they occasionally just wanted to drop it by at my house. But those were just like really nice, friendly clients that just wanted to do that. But other than that, I never even saw any of my clients online. We communicated via email or texting 90% of the time. Phone calls happened occasionally. You usually have to hop on a call when you initially talk to a client, but outside of that, you really don't have to get on the phone even with them very often, which is really handy for, moms like us, because I don't like getting on the phone. My kids are loud. They're always screaming in the background. It's stressful. So it's really great. It's really great to be able to do all of the work through your phone and your laptop and email and texting any hours of the day. When my twins were born, I used to work at 3 o'clock in the morning because like 3 to 5 o'clock, they would be asleep. And so that's when I would do my work. So it's really handy. Tiffany says, Alina, love chatting with you on our call this evening. Okay, yeah, Alina, hopefully you like this live and have any questions for us. Let us know. Let's see. I think some of my comments are repeating themselves. Okay, let's see. Lee says, my goal is $4,000 months. Yes. How should I price my services? Should I price yearly or month by month? Should I go with package options? Right now, I'm just basic bookkeeping service. Yeah, Lee, I think you have access to the course. So we have all of that pricing stuff in there. We have in the bookkeeping, how to set up your bookkeeping business for success course. The very last lesson in there is a pricing flow chart, and it'll tell you exactly how to price your clients based on about 3 or 4 different questions. And it gives you a really great base. That's as low as I would go. The prices that pop up on that sheet, I would always strive for higher than that, but those will give you like a ballpark baseline of like kind of where to price your clients. And I would do month to month, but I would always have them sign an engagement letter agreeing to an auto draft. So that way you never have to worry about chasing your clients down, getting them to pay, spending time on that. If it automatically comes out of their account every month and goes right into yours, all you ever have to worry about is doing the work. And it's so much easier. If you have any client that wants you to bill them later and you have to send them an invoice and try to get them to pay you, it takes forever and it's stressful and it's no fun. So that's what we recommend in the academy. So even if you do have like the DIY course and stuff like that, it's really nice to kind of be able to learn a little bit in the academy, learn from some of the mistakes that I made when I was doing my bookkeeping business. You guys can avoid a lot of these mistakes. So it just helps you get to success faster. So if you want to make more money faster and enjoy the process a lot more than you would necessarily doing it alone, then that's what the academy is for. I always like to say that it's kind of like the best of both worlds in the academy too, because you get to be your own boss and you get to be a business owner, but you get the perks of having a boss and someone to ask questions to, so like me and the student mentors, and you also get the benefits of having like coworkers. So all the other students in the academy are like coworkers, and everybody in there, they're such great friends. Everyone is super supportive. I don't think I've ever even seen anyone argue once or say anything negative to each other in the support group. It's really great. It's kind of like another little family. Hey, Samantha, love the little cupcake there. Christina said, I started my bookkeeping, but I couldn't afford these classes. And now since I'm unemployed, money is super tight. And I'm also pregnant, due in July. I don't know where to go or do. So Christina, I totally understand that as definitely a super tough situation. And I can totally relate. I have been there. When my older 2 kids were little, we were making $29,000 a year. And that's it between the both of us. So I was staying home, trying to be the best mom that I could be. And my ex-husband was trying to support us off of $29,000 a year. And that was really, really rough. And it really got worse for me, like as they got a little bit older and stuff. And then down the road, I ended up getting a divorce and living by myself. And like at that point, my kids were starting to go into grade school, so that provided a little bit of relief. I was able to go get a job, but that whole time, that whole year, I was on food stamps. I had filed bankruptcy, so I totally understand. It's not fun to be in that situation, but you can really turn it around fast with something like this, really fast. So to kind of give you guys an idea, like in 2010, I filed bankruptcy. In 2011, I was on food stamps. I got remarried, and then in 2015 is when I launched my business. And by 2018, I bought a $400,000 house with a pool and a tennis court in the backyard. I mean, it's just really crazy things you can do to try to make that work. So you can also even try to maybe pick up a side job like door dashing or Uber for a couple of months until you can swing this, something like that. So I would just try to like really think about all of your options, jot them down on paper, see if it's something that you can do and for yourself, and we can always help you brainstorm as well. So thank you. Nurses that have completed the course, and how successful have they been? Yes, you should click the link above that Tiffany Ware had